That's the link it gave me. That is the link it gave me. Spectator link. Okay. So now in theory the stream has started and I'm showing the right thing, so huzzah! Okay. So we have 3 people in, 2 people currently set up, so huzzah! Now of course you can either spectate or you can actually just, you know, watch it live, or as live as it's going to be, I imagine. Let me just check one thing out and excuse that. Indeed, it is spectator link. So, guys, we're gonna make a start on this, or do you want to wait for Debbie or somebody else to join in? Actually, since the stream's not actually due to start for another 20 minutes. Well, all 3 people are ready for battle. Well, that's slightly annoying. Also slightly annoying, I finally found the button which allows me to put ads in the middle of a stream. I wouldn't do that, and certainly not for this stream, but, you know, the fact remains that I now know how to do it and can do it. So, which one of you 3 isn't actually in the game, then? Oh no, we have 4. We have 4, and then... Then eventually... I don't know who's in at the moment. All I know is there are 4 people in the queue. Or there are 4 people in the set, but only 3 people currently queued up. So, for the moment, Debbie's not here, so... Feel free to join in at least at the start, get everything started. So otherwise, I'm going to have to make my own entertainment. Which will be awkward, but I can do it. Yeah, join in. There we go. You can guess, I really need to get back into playing this a bit more casually just to get the rank up. I might even do that off screen. I might dedicate some of the weekend to just getting that rank up. Because, you know, I'm definitely the small fish at this table officially. Definitely the small fish. Right, so I am starting dealer. Let's get this underway then. So I have 2 Dora in the opening hand as dealer, which is always a nice place to start things off. And a couple of nice little tiles here. If we can fill in one of these gaps, it'd be much more helpful to us. If I can draw a duplicate of one of the East or Red Dragon, that obviously gives me the massive bit of help there. Failing that, though, I'm perfectly happy to just take the inner tiles and see where things develop. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world, but we'll gamble that one. Yeah. You don't need to cheat to beat me. Question is, now do I start gambling on the East Wind, or do I want to keep it? I still have a loose 8 to get rid of, so we will do now. Okay, 1 East gone, so this is our chance to get rid of things. No green dragon, and we've got another partial weight there. Minimus is quite a good hand, but at the same time it's got some problems. We'll try and get rid of this 1-2, I think, if the hand develops any further. West Wind is ignored.
Eat.
And there's a reach from you. And I don't have an awful lot that's brilliantly safe against this. I've got obviously the initial 1, which is fine. I've got the 9, which will go as well now. So let's just see how things develop. My hand's still quite a way away from anything, so I can't afford to go for this massively quickly.
Hung.
Okay. So what does that reveal about his hand? Probably that he needed to reach to get anything, but...
Eat.
I'm going to play safe as much as I can here. Cost the 1, so probably going to go for the 9 dot as well at this stage. The 8 maybe is probably fine against both, but it's not guaranteed to be.
Sumo.
And self-draw. Right. So can't self-draw and waiting on the 2. Yeah, reach Dora. Yeah, not a bad starting hand. Manga to begin, and he becomes dealer. And I'm in last place because I was dealer at the time of the sumo. Yeah. Okay, we'll toss the East to begin with. Possible buyman. Oh, we're bigging up our hands now. I genuinely had nothing. I had not a sausage. I had 2 Dora, in fairness. The hand could have developed nicely, but it did not. This hand, though, is looking okay. If I can draw the 3, that puts me into a 3-sided Pinfu. If I draw the 7, that puts me into a ridiculous... Does it put me into a ridiculous weight yet? Not really. So it'd still be 147 at this point. In fact, no, it would be a... Draw the 3, it would then be a 367. Yeah, 367. Irregular weight, but I quite like that. Unfortunately, it is relying on drawing this 6. Oh, this 3 rather. If I draw a 7, I can still do things, but it wouldn't be a Pinfu. Right, get rid of all the high Manzu. All the high Manzu. I should really be paying attention to what everyone else is doing. I've already discarded a Dora. Drawing a 7 directly wouldn't be a bad thing either, because that would allow me to...
Eat.
Options. Go with that. So it's a 367 dot weight. No Pinfu attached. This is just literally a case of reach 1 Dora, but... I'm okay with this. I also have the option of... Oh, no, I can't Karn the 8. No. Cannot Karn the 8 because that changes my weighting pattern, so... Because I can still win on a 7. Interesting to see whether the game lets me do that. Okay, and lots of dots are coming out. I'm wondering if they're thinking that's cheap. Problem is, 367 are the ones you're less likely to see come out of this. But having a 3-sided weight with only a 1 free shown, I felt that was a reasonable weight to be on at this stage. And failing that, I put some pressure on, so...
Dong.
Okay, 5,200 plus my reach stick back will do nicely. Irregular 3-sided weights. We do like those. Nice. Okay, so I have 2 dragons currently. This is a reasonably quick hand. I also have 2 dragons and a Dora. This might be a hand I push with.
Boom.
Boop. Hi, Rise. How are we doing?
Boom.
Yeah, we'll toss the red 5 at this stage.
Boom.
Yeah, we pushed the obvious Honitsu here. And with the early Dora discard, I can actually work around that a little bit, so... Okay, dragon for Tenpai. Dragon 9/6 for Tenpai, I should say. Not too bad. Sumo Mungan for Nawa's dealer and a direct hit.
Boom.
Getting me back into the game was very nice. Okay, CG Trap. Well, that should be too much of a bother at this stage, but I'm going 2 Dragon Honitsu, which is a nice thing to be threatening with, but apparently there's not enough of a threat for you. Yeah, play the CG. Don't like being on a 6 dot here. South is reasonable. I can always fold. I can go for just the Toy Toy, but Toy Toy, 2 dragons. Honitsu is Hanuman. I'm willing to push this. This is a Hanuman hand. Hand and a half. Potential upset and victory on the cards here. Play the 6 dot. Come on, 6 dot. No. Too safe.
Sumo.
Darn it. Oiled. Oh well, we'll just have to move on, shan't we? This actually is a potential chancer on here.
Boom. Boom.
I'm going to go a little aggressive here because I'm already kind of in Tenpai for a chancer. Do I want to hold on to the red dragon? I don't really. As long as you draw the 2, really. Still leaning chancer here, but if I can obviously call the 6, I wouldn't necessarily mind that because that puts me Tenpai. I can just go for a quick escape win. It's probably not too much point in calling the 1 bamboo if they come up. Even the 3's a little dodgy to just grab at this stage.
Chi.
Right. Okay, now we're going to have to change plans a little bit here because that's 2 calls from the player in the lead. Sorry, player in second. And I've just picked up a Dora, so I think we're folding this one partially.
Riichi.
Okay, we'll get rid of that.
Dong.
Riichi Pinfu, extra loads of stuff there going on. Mungan direct hit, and I'm in last from that. I must be. No, I'm not quite last. Alright. I've now just got to look over my shoulder for the last place. Okay, East 4 then.
Pom.
And a quick attack going on there.
Pom.
Yeah, that's the reason for a quick attack. He's got 2. So that's 2 set up there. 2 calls, probably stretched to Honey. No, actually, he didn't discard a lot of Honor Tile, so he's got some other stuff going on.
Hang.
Does he have other stuff going on? Okay, well, he's giving me an extra Dora, so... Damn, did I go for this, but no, we'll hold off. Let's off my North Winds. I'm losing the pair, but I'm likely to have a pair set up either in my 4s or my 7s, so... Nice, so that works out nicely. 1 from Tenpai. With probably 2 Dora in their hand as well. 5 or 8 drawn.
Dong.
Okay, it was cheap. But that means I'm dealer again and we enter South. Okay, what do we got? Nothing amazing. But it's not too far from Tenpai now. 2 from Tenpai. I'd have probably panicked, but I imagined it was fine. I'd seen East, so... But there would have been genuine panic had he have called that. Nice. Okay, so I really just need a 4... No, a 6, 9, 4, something like that to just get me into a Pinfu weight here. Dealer Pinfu is perfectly fine. Perfectly valid.
Each.
And I'll take it. Dealer Reach. Potentially for 2 Dora, am I better out? All my outs are still available, so I have 8 available draws.
Dong.
And we'll take points off the leader, thank you very much. Okay, not quite a dealer Mungan, but effectively, that will do. Good old Dora. That was not the best, I'll be honest. Alright, 9 dots to start with, because I want to keep my bonus tiles at this stage. I'm in the lead, so I can afford now to be more willing to hold on to these. Yeah, 9's fine to get rid of here. Okay, so now I can sort of play with tiles and safe where possible. I don't need to rush anymore. I'm in the lead. I have a possible Sanch queue on. Okay, so Red Dragon's safe to get rid of. And I don't want to call because that obviously lowers my chances of playing safe a bit later. I also have 1 Dora in my opening hand, which I hadn't quite clocked onto just yet. Should probably have done that by the time I get to the 5th discard, but you know. Good old Dora. We like getting her. Right, so if I can draw that free, then we're looking good for this. South. South has not been played yet. I'm willing to play the 7-dot over the South for right now. As my right has double South on. I've got the E-Peiko. Right. How do I want to play this? Gonna get rid of this. I'm giving up the Sanchiku. I have E-Peiko, so I don't need necessarily anything else to get a Yaku. Little more likely to pay off, I think, this way around. Downside is that's a call probably for Tenpai, or just an indicator that he's reached the Honitsu/Chinitsu stage that he does need to get to. One from Tenpai then, which might be a South.
Riichi.
Oop, there we go then.
Chi.
Gonna guess that 8's safe because he's definitely safe, and it was an early 9 discard from him. Still one from Tenpai. I doubt I'm gonna get around this though. He did play the 4, so that's safe against that's safe against you. It's a possibility he might have needed it, but he's played a lot of other Mazu tiles as well. White Dragon, 1 played. I think I'm gonna fold here.
Sumo.
Self-drawn win. Will people stop getting the huge wins when I'm dealer? God darn it! Stop getting the big wins when I'm dealer. Not going to call that.
Home.
Yeah, we'll rush this a little. I'm still in 2nd place, but god darn it. Because I lose more points than you know, I lose more points on a sumo win. Both of the were Mungan sumo and Hanuman sumo over there. It's a lot of points to be lost.
Home.
Okay. Decided not to call there. I decided to be a bit tricksy, but I think that's the better way to go with that. So I've got one set up. I got my pair. I'm 1 from Tenpai now. Now I can happily call things, but not just yet. I don't need many points to catch up to Draconis, really. And there's a chance he'll deal into somebody else, of course. So. Okay, nice. Tenpai 4-7. Okay, run the 6-man out. It's fine. Suji. And it's also my actual tile, but you know. If not looking safer. Done it. Come on. 4-7. You don't need the 7-dot. You don't need the 7-dot.
Dong.
Somebody needed that though. Okay, close dragon 2-door. That's painful, but I'll have to unfortunately live with that. Risk of rushing. Okay, what do we got here? We got potentially interesting things. Sanchiku 4-5-6 perhaps. God darn you, Yakulus Tenpai person. Ah well. Wrong 3. I know your pain, sir. I know your pain. So still South 2. And I just dropped a pair of dragons. Always a fun thing to do in any game. Okay, that's potentially helpful. I'll get rid of the 1-2 then at this point. God darn you double running people.
相撲
And after all, move for another quick one. Sumo. Oh, okay. We're building up to something here now. Tan Sumo red door. And a bit of a rampage. He has taken the lead. He's either, of course, and now we all lose the same amount of points with 20 sumos. I can't remember. He might have done. Okay, this is going okay right now. Probably leaning towards a Pinfu, though West Wind. Score's not my win, so I can use it in Pinfu. It would be a nice thing to buff the hand out a little bit. It's also a safe tile against the dealer. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the best in the hand. That could be the one dot wasn't massively helpful either, but it was possibly worth holding on to that. We'll see in due course whether or not that was eventually worth it. Ultimately, I need a second, so...
Riichi
No, he's just on a rampage. Okay, I have a few safe tiles now. We're not quite there yet, but yes, I'm aware. Okay. Still want this if I can get it. Now I don't have any safe tiles myself. Gonna gamble that on CG basis. Nah, I'm folding. It's annoying, especially as the 8 turned out to be a safe tile and might then have rotated round, but this Yaku was not to be as of yet. How many absolute safe tiles do I have? Not any, by the look of it. And surprisingly, people are reluctant to help me out at this point. Alright. Ron. Oh, no. That one I thought might have been. It was my last effort. If I'm going to have a last effort, I might as well go for Tenpai with it. West down there is safe, thankfully. No is safe. Yes, I'm aware I got rid of it. Tenpai. If the 5 passes.
相撲
Alright, that was pointless. Okay, Sumo Ipeko reach. And another 6,000 points down the drain. At this rate, though, I am definitely bound in third. gonna get rid of the ace as well. A lot needs to happen, really. Really, he needs to be hit with a huge hand. And I may just have something that might qualify in a little bit. We're going to draw the 1 bamboo. It's pretty much there, he says, thinking. 1 from Tenpai for a Sanshikyu Dora 1. No, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna play this one big. I need to. If I'm gonna come back, I need the Mungan, and the Sanshikyu there is probably the best way to do it. Or I can go open Sanshikyu 1 Dora. No, I'm gonna kill his dealer turn off here. Let's just go for it. Screw it. What else can go wrong here? Now, come on. What else can go wrong here? I'll play it big.
Wrong.
And win off you. Open Sanshikyu 1 Dora, and finally the dealer turn of hell ends. I didn't want to go for that. Riichi Japanese, Mahjong Japanese, I imagine. Cheap, indeed. It had to be done. Nobody else is killing off his dealer turn. It brings me closer to 2nd. So I can put you in your rightful place, Draconis. They do that after a while. I have to be honest. They will do that after a while. Okay, don't want that. Don't particularly want this either. Bonjour. Oh god damn it, I just realised giving Marichin yet more French he can exploit on my channel. Okay, getting there. I'm gonna have a two-sided something, wait. Draw the 2, the 4 or the 2. Actually, no, there's quite a lot of weights that will actually put me into a thing here. An 8 will actually give me a pin through. Would it? No, it would give me a two-sided pair weight, of course, but... Come on, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8 will all put me in Tenpai. 2, 4, 6, 8 bamboo. Come on. Wrong 2. Well, I don't think Marichin watches my Mahjong streams, if I'm really honest. I might get away with that. Okay, forget that plan. We'll have the red door. Oh, god damn you, sir. I had very near a comeback hand. Okay, he's on 50,000 points. He's untouchable now. The only objective now is to just knock this guy off. If I can beat Draconis by 4,000-ish points here, I will take 2nd place. Unfortunately, I think I'm ceding the lead in the overall championship, but long night to go. Might still lose it even further. He's on a rampage. It's the cheap hands were probably the best way to do it, to at least kill it off, but it's not going to help me win right now. Short of a Deltin Yakuban, I don't think he's touchable.
Boom.
It is happiness when you're first able to do that, I will be honest. God darn Draconis. Alright, I need 4 Han, really. Well, 3 Han Sumo, 2 Han Sumo will probably do it. 2 Han and Sumo, I mean. But... Right. I need the South, because I might need the Dora. Also, if I can triple up the 2s, I might be able to Khan it later. Luck thief. It's my trick. I really want to draw another South. That gives me the Khan option, I suppose, so... Arrgh, okay. Khan, Sumo, stuff and things. There's still another 2 out there. I can Khan here. I can play this stupid. If I draw another South, though, it would be helpful to me. You know what? That's an interesting theory. I like that theory a lot, actually. In all honesty, I'm starting to play a bit silly, but I am trying desperately to incorporate this South here. I should be tired. I've not exactly stayed up any longer. I guess I'm just getting used to doing these again. Come on, Southwind. No. Somebody's got them. It's the only explanation here, and that unfortunately means...
Han.
Now, this is a really silly idea. Unfortunately, it didn't even pay off for me.
Boom.
Gonna risk it. Gonna risk it. I have to. I had to go for something. I had to bias. God darn it, now I drove the bloody... Alright. That was what I needed urgently a little while ago. Good news is I am getting close, but it'll be for a 10. If there's a draw, at least it will go into another round. Assuming you're on tempo. You better be. 2 calls made. That's safe tile against you. I need 6, or I need the 2 to be called, or I need the 7 dot to be played. That does not help me. And whichever way I do this, I'm going to be for a 10 at the end. All I can say is this, darn you, sir. Darn you. Ah, well. So I finish on 3rd place, and I believe I have now definitely lost my position at the top of the leaderboard. But we play on. In fact, there's already people in the game, so I'm just going to rejoin. Kung Pao Deb, have you changed your name? Has names been changed here? Because I think I definitely have to do some things here. That was a silly game in a lot of ways. I was playing silly buggers in that last hand, just trying to get something to get the points up. I gave up the salve just to do that, but okay. Hola, Sif. How are we doing? Also, JPB is here. Now, I need to know which one of you is JPB. Honestly, I really do by this point. One of you needs to admit to it soon, because it's gonna bug. It's not a problem. It just bugs me a bit. That's all. Well, we'll see about that. Bad luck is a way of accumulating. And it wasn't particularly all that bad. It just all went to the player to my right. We'll get rid of the closed weights here, I think. Quite close to Tenpai at this point, which is not a bad place to be in at the start. No Dora, though. Not a lot of places I can go with this hand, really. All hail JPB, whoever you are. Hi Frank, how are we doing? Right, 8 dot is not going to be helpful to us at this stage. It's also reasonably safe based on other things that have been played. Not going to call the 7. Still need the fricks. Yeah, the fricks? Yes, we need the fricks of something. 3-6 in bamboo, 4 in Manzu would be fine as well, because that would allow me to go discover 2 and see what I can develop. Have my pair set up in the 9s, so that's always something you'd like to have sorted out early if you can. And we're now drawing nothing but dot tiles. And Dora discard from JPB. Okay, that's not too bad. Can work with that. Not ideal, but it's given this... We now got a 2-sided weight here, a 2-sided weight here. Both will get me to Tenpai. So I've kind of increased the number of tiles I can go for.
Boom.
Okay, Call of East from Debbie. Do I want to reach? I probably do want to reach right now, actually.
Each.
Oh, Pursuit Reach. So, 3-6 bamboo is the tile here. He's played 1. I might get lucky on that. Someone else play safe against him, but... The bamboos look safe, reasonably safe against both... Oh, Matsu. Apologies, Debbie, but that was... I have early bamboo discards, so it's not entirely unjustified that a low bamboo might have passed, but... It was also a Suji against the player across, who'd also played Reach, but I steal 2 Reach sticks there. One of which is mine. And we move on. 2 red Dora in my opening hand. It's a reasonable place to be starting. And I always like to have get that first win on the belt, because now everything else is kind of... Whew, we'll see how it goes. Green Dragon to start with. Okay, keep the 1 dot. Well, I was going to ask. I mean, I always like to see new players in these sorts of things. This is kind of what this is for in a lot of ways. Gonna get rid of a 7. I don't have a lot of loose tiles, particularly. I've got a lot of closed weights that I might want to clear up at some stage, but that was the only real loose tile I had left. You're only saying that because you've now taken over the top. I've already conceded that you're the far better player based on percentages, but... And also Tenhou agrees you're a much better player, so... And also you're ridiculously lucky at times. Which, you know, is a hallmark of a good player. Tempting. Okay, now we'll cut that. So I've still got my my 468 here, so that's 2 useful tiles can finish that off for me. Got another one here, which would be helpful as well. Thanks for the boppage. Okay, that's useful. That means I can technically get rid of the 5, but I will get rid of a 9 instead. So that leaves me a 4-7 call, 4-7 take here. I can then go pair, and that'd be 1 away that way round. 2 from Tenpai at this stage.
Riichi.
I have to draw a safe tile. Would the 4 pass? I think the 4 might pass here. It does. The problem is all the bamboo tiles are risky against Debbie. Oof. Well, I've had those phases, I'll be honest. Oh, got done. It hit Tenpai. This is a bad weight. I'm not even going to reach this. I'm surprised that passed, in all honesty. If I can draw a 4 dot, I can discard the 7 and get into a Sanchikyu Tenpai. What to do, what to do, what to do. Because the 5 dot is not guaranteed.
Dong.
Yeah. You can have that back. I don't know why I was pushing that particularly, but, you know. I went too trigger happy. I think the delay is deliberate. I think that's just because he obviously interfering with games in progress in a tournament would be a bit of a bad thing, I guess, but you do get to see all the hands open at this stage. Deb does. In fairness, that was a bad decision on my part. I was sort of going a bit gung-ho going for Tenpai at that point. I knew it wasn't safe and decided to push it anyway. My own fault, of course. Do I want to dragon this? I want to dragon this. I'm dealing next round, so I can afford to be quick here. Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to be on a single weight, really, if I could avoid it. Yeah. It was all entirely a mistake if I was going to push it. And the thing is, because I wasn't going to push it, I shouldn't have even gone for that, really. I should have just played safe and got rid of my 7s. Tenpai. 6 dot, free man. I mean, in general purposes, there's no problem with being in Tenpai at any given time. It means you can occasionally self-draw the win and kill steal, effectively. But sometimes if you do need to push it against other players, yeah, that's when you reach. Not quite. And not quite.
Riichi.
Okay, reach. So here, the 6 dot's probably an okay tile for me to get rid of, but so's the Haku for now, so I can keep going. Somebody thinks Suji against him. 6 might get played. Oh, counter reach. Oh, I got lucky with that. It's nice to have all the decisions kind of planned out for you. Right, how's North looking? North is safe to my right. And I've played 1, so that's the 3rd. Should be okay.
Dong.
Okay, Debbie with a dealer reach. And Okay, it's cheap, but again, Riichi Peiko. It's enough for her to take the lead, I believe, from that. Yep, she has a narrow lead. Nobody really running away with this just yet, but... Alright, Forever Dragon on turn 1.
Boom.
That's fine if you're one away, but honestly, yeah, I have that. I have those days. I have those days. So Debbie going very aggressive for quick hands. It's kind of how she tends to play the game at this point. Not always the best, but it does put pressure on people. And sometimes that's all you need to do. A possible 2-3-4 Sanshikyu one. I could even possibly convert it to 1-2-3 if I had to. But I'm going to do that instead. Ultimately, I probably should have got rid of the 4 there and kept both shots on, because I've potentially screwed myself up a little bit with that. Okay, now Northwind. She's won a couple of them. She's won at least one I know of, but there is something to say for the call and quick attack. It does occasionally work, and it is a valid style of play. Certainly is on the lower order tables. Okay, so I just picked up a triplet of the 7s, which is okay. If I draw another...
Each.
Darn it. Let's say if I draw another 2, or something to split that up, that'd be helpful. Now we've got to make the 1 or the 4 pass. And he's likely after a Manzu of some type. Good day, Voltage. How are we doing? I'll have to look at the listings. I do have them all written down somewhere, but I'm fairly she won one at some stage, and finished a couple. She's had a couple of positive scores in the last couple, I think, as well. I think she's at +9 overall, or at least was before the last game. Gonna get rid of my pair of 3s. No, she has. Definitely improved. She very rarely makes Yakulus reaches at this stage, and has a style of play, which is what you want at times. It's not my style of play, which is odd, but
Dong.
Ipeiko. Oh, that's a very big hand. There is Mungan, and I will be dealer off of that. Okay, I'm dealer with a pair of dragons, which is always nice, and 2. Oh, this is a really good hand.
Boom.
This is a really good hand, actually. Yeah, I'm one call from Tenbai if a 7 gets played here. Ideal world, I'd like to draw a pair of 5s and just get that red 5 into there, but... Was the stream dead? Oh god darn YouTube. Nothing saying bad on my end, but I'll have a look in a moment. Stuttering. Let me just have a check on something here. It lies. It says stream health is good. Okay, that's an okay thing. So I've now drawn a potential thing to sync that up. Just minimize both of those. Still have my pair established. I just need to call the 4-7 or the 3-6 here.
Chi.
Tenpai. Okay, he's being very aggressive with those, but I imagine he's building to his Honitsu.
Sumo.
We'll take that though. Sumo. 2 red drawer. Dragon. 6,000 points. Okay, let's see if we can't build to a rampage. I've got a set of wests. And not a lot else going on, really.
Chi.
Oh, quick call by the JPB. I'm not going to answer that with another call here because there is a limit to how silly I want to be. That's okay, as long as it's still kind of working. Ooh, very nice draw. Okay, so that opens up my possibility of calling things again. So I can go dragon. I have my pair established. Honitsu is probably a stretch from here, but if I can get either of these 2 closed weights completed, then I am golden. I am looking good at the moment, it has to be said. Green dragon, which is called. Okay, so I've got 2 calls to my right, which is possibly an fly in the ointment here, but we can get rid of this one free now. So I've now got 2. I'll potentially turn this into something akin to 3-sided weight if this comes off right. 2 from Tenpai then. White dragon, ideally. The downside with this kind of weight is I will have to kill off one of my sets here. Based on what's been played, get rid of the high bamboo.
Sumo.
Any self-draws. Self-draws for 2, which I'm glad I didn't get rid of that pair, as that was on the consideration list. Okay, I have a narrow lead. As long as things are continuing to work, kind of. I might close down Discord in a moment just to make sure of that. Because I think that's still on in the background. What to do here? Let's go and get rid of my thing there. I've got 3 pairs, really, so I need to get rid of one of those shortly. Probably get rid of the ones based on the fact I've just opened myself up for a 10 there. Oh, 3 minutes? Ouch. No, we don't want a 3-minute delay if we can avoid it. Let's get rid of these because I've still got the. Well, actually, no, I don't with a 3, 4, 5 really. But I was kind of looking. Hey, I might have a chance of getting to the to a Jinshan, but all outside hand. But no, I don't actually. Not if I'm using 3, 4, 5. Not unless I'm lucky enough to get 2 consecutive draws to crawl this down the order. One from Tenpai. But with very few winning tiles left on that side. There's 3 left anyway. Yeah, 3 middle tiles from in the hand.
Boom.
Is that 2 actually going to be helpful? It probably is more helpful than the 5 right now. Mind you, there's only one free left, so...
Chi.
Okay, there is some aggression coming on. Tenhou? Thinking Tenhou here. She might have a dragon, of course, but there's 2 greens been played, so it's not that. Westie's played. Haku's out. Chun's out. She could have a set Chun, actually. Right, I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go with this. All the 2's been played, so the one might come out on that basis, that it's relatively safe. There's lots of 3s and 2s revealed. The 1 bamboo, probably a little more unlikely, but it might still happen. At the very least, I'm being threatening.
Dong.
Ichibatsu, 1 Dora, and 3 Uradora. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Well, apparently you've caught up. Oh no, you're in the chats, but... Oh dear. I feel slightly bad about that. It was only going to be about 3,900 before that happened. I know, bad shadow. I know, I'm a bad person. You don't have to tell me how bad my luck's in right now. So Debbie is circling the drain, 4,300 as we end the south round. And needs some points. I might have to sympathetically give us some in a moment. Okay, but unfortunately, my luck is in. I am 1 from Tenpai again. 3-6 puts me there. 3 the better Tenpai, really. Bamboo, I mean. If I draw a 6 here, actually, that gives me a 3-sided Tenpai, so forget that. Decided against that, though, because I might be able to make something work here. Is this Pinfu? Technically, it's 3-6. I'm going to have a silent Pinfu then, 3-6. And with the possibility that I can stretch this on. Yeah, I get it, I get it. I mean, Tenpai, but really there's only the 6 dot left, hence the other reason for not necessarily going all out on this one. God damn it, stop giving me instructions. I don't want to call anything except the winner. Well, to be fair, you haven't done anything this game, really, have you? But you haven't dealt in either, so, you know. Nah, I won't purposefully anyway. I might be overly aggressive. That might be the thing I'm doing. Oh god darn it. Alright, Uradura. Extra Dora on that one, so it's now pin for you 1 red Dora. If I drop a 6 bamboo, I might... Yeah, why not? Reach. This is a huge hand, by the way, now. This is now 6 dot for the win. Reach, Sanchiku, red Dora. This is potentially a killing blow. If I sumo this, I think I knock Debbie out. Actually, no, it'd have to be ridiculous for that because I'm not dealer. But I sense killing blow, that's why I'm going here. I have the Sanchiku on, I can make this. So 6 dot. 8 more draws for 6 dot. Who is going to play the 6 dot? No. Well, I wouldn't have expected you to, in fairness. White Dragon, 6 dot. It has to be some Uradura for me to knock Debbie out with a sumo here. Okay, Haite coming up. Jesper has the Haite. Come on, 6 dot Haite. No, Debbie was in a 3-man sideweight with no Yaku. She was trying to wait on that 2 dot play, but she did have a 3 at some stage. Well, I wait. I pick up more points than I would have lost, so South 2. Yeah, I'll have to remember that. We'll hold off in a moment, though. It's only because that was a little ridiculous. Normally it doesn't bother. Normally it doesn't happen quite that often. Okay, I'm on for another quick pin-to-ish hand here. I probably can, actually, the way things are going. This is looking quite well set up. Though I had to shot a pair of red dragons. It's a very neat hand. Oh, fuck. My luck is in. Alright, gonna get rid of the 8 there. Free red dragon discards on the bounce. I didn't say it was good, I'm just saying it's in. Okay, we've got a pair of 7s there for our pair. Yep, Akagi level thinking. So definitely an Akagi level idea of just getting rid of the red dragons. If I draw the 4, or either 4 actually, that would be fine. That might be okay. A couple of 1s have been played on this side, but I'm quite confident that that side's going to be less useful. I can, of course, call the 7s and go in that way. Oh, God. Okay, my luck is in and I keep abandoning it by getting rid of the tile just before I go into... Ah, whatever. Whatever. All my decisions are wrong right now, but I'm still winning. Alright, Tanyo Tenpai. 4 bamboo victory then. In fact, if I can draw a pair of either of these, I've got the Sananko one, but I'm going to take the win off of you anyway. Because why not? And that's what dropping a Dread Dragon got for me. How silly do I want to play this one? Probably not all that silly, in fairness. I don't have any Yaku, really. At least the wrong decision is least wrong. This is true. This is true. It's not happening for you, is it? There'll be one more tonight, at least, but still, it's not happening for you. Yeah, you in the previous game, darn you. Right, Red Dragon can go as well. Alright, get rid of the fight. I might still stretch this to a Honitsu, which I don't need to do, but I might do anyway, just to try and earn some more points on Viking. I also haven't said that line yet, so, you know, I might even want to consider that. Who knows? We'll see how things develop. In fact, maybe we do want to go the Honitsu now. I'm not far off it. If I draw the 8 now, or the 8 gets played by Debbie. Dora. He's got triple Dora. Come on. So, no, nobody's got triple Dora. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that yet. Everybody else probably has to worry about me casually throwing out a Dora, but, you know, that's not my problem. Yeah, I will call the 8 bamboo if you play it. Has the North been played? It hasn't. I'm happy that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go in from the side here. Let's just go for the big win. Oh god, darn it! No. I'm too far in the lead to be calling cards. Far too far in the lead to be calling cards. So I'd rather not completely reveal what my hand is just yet. That'd have been a first hand wait if I'd have gone for that. So. Bamboo for a 5 bamboo Tenpai. I wouldn't actually. He's got the North Wind to get around as well. Hatsu hasn't been. Yeah, all the Hatsus are out. There's still one North Wind left technically, so I can still draw that for a pair, which would be helpful. I think, though, I've stretched this a bit too... I've gone for something that was a bit out of reach, and it's punishing me a little.
Riichi.
Speaking of out of reach... Why are you disappointed, sir? Why are you disappointed? Because I decided not to calm the West Wind. Oh! He's hit Tenpai! He's actually hit Tenpai! West Wind. He actually hit Tenpai. Another West Wind. Throw all of the West Winds at him. That actually wasn't guaranteed safe against Debbie, really, but still, it passed. East, that's okay. One man is okay as well. Quite so. Power pun. 2-player Tenpai. And my dealer turn goes away, as does my 50,000 point score. So you were waiting on the 4, and I didn't quite catch what Debbie was waiting on. And this is fairly garbage, but we'll see. Yeah, it is fairly garbage, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's not even worth it. Not even worth it. Not even worth it, so why not? Oh, nothing better to do right now. Let's go for a cockatoo. So 8 on my pair. Okay, getting there. Getting there. 5 more. 5 more draws. 5 more perfect draws and I'm there. That was not a perfect draw. That was also a useless discard. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing here. Bear with. I'll work it out at some stage, I'm sure. But I'm going all in from the side. All in from the side with a terrible hand, which is almost certainly not going to work. Is what really happening?
Boom.
That's made it far less likely. There's one south left, which I will need. Now here is where I might consider a Chombo penalty and just reach anyway. But no, there we go. So that's killed off any pretense of me attempting this now. Yeah. Alright, that's gone.
Chi.
Debbie's still on the attack. 2 wests. Have any other wests been played? Not really. GPB. Aye! Shake my fist at you.
Boom.
Okay, well, you had your Yaku. I know it was live, but I had a pair of them, so. Also, 7 that'll be safe. And Red Dragons will be safe as well, because there's 2 of those. There's 1 of those out. Oh, 3 safe tiles.
Sumo.
Self-drawn. We have a good hand. Mungan. Game over, 57,000. And that, I believe, puts Debbie... No, that was just South. Yeah, okay, end the game. Hooray! Ah, it's fine. I don't always check that either myself in a lot of ways. Okay. We'll do 1 more, I think. Okay, we'll do 1 more and it just happens. Okay, so what is this? This is
Boom.
quite good.
Boom.
Okay, so I'm one call from... One call from Senpai, which would be quite a nice one to get at this stage, actually. Gonna cut that just because I think the North Wind is a better thing to have at this stage. I'm being early, I'm being threatening.
Home. Kang.
So I've gone completely off the rails here. I don't know what I'm trying. 3 calls and a card, and I'm not in Tenpai. I think I might even just end up on the 4 dot here. I don't know.
Chi.
How silly is this hand? Honestly, how silly is this hand? Just tell me. Just tell me how silly this has entirely been. Oh, I can't get my son Kansu. Sad face.
Kang.
Green Dragon's live. Go on, you know you want to push this. Come on, I dare you to push this. He's pushed it. Oh, that was Debbie pushing it, sorry. Oh, that was not the right move. That was not the right move. And this is how you be threatening in Mahjong, or at least appear to be insane. This isn't even really going to give me that all much of a payoff. But there's it's a live dragon at this stage. Who would risk a live dragon right now? I'm about to find out who would risk a live dragon right now, I think. I so wish that I could have got my son Kansu, because I've never got that Yaku before.
Chi.
There's the attack.
Dong.
There's my win. Mungan. Probably the most ridiculous Mungan I've ever pulled off. Oh, I wish I could have got the Sunkansu. Obvious Chanter is obvious indeed, but... I mean, I could have waited on something else. If I'd got one of the other doors, I might have switched, but... It was still live. It was still an odd chance it would happen. Oof. Yeah, no, that's the way to do it. If you got anything kind of risky, I was always going to be trying to wait on that. But that is, I think, what we call going massively all in from the side. It's only the first round. I shouldn't worry about that just yet. You just have to grab the points back a little later, that's all. And ignore the silly person doing the silly things. He's just being silly. So, one dragon gone. Okay, we'll get rid of one there. I've got a potential 789 Sand Q on. Which wouldn't be a bad hand to go towards, I suppose. I don't know if that's comedy gold. The hand is more sort of, let's see how not to play Mahjong. Do not play Mahjong this way. It will never work. And unfortunately, because of click, it did. Right, let's get rid of the closed weight here. So I'm unlikely to be going for the 79 Sandwich Cube, but I might still be able to get pinned to... Well, I still need to draw a couple of 7s, really. See what you did call with. It's possible you want a Honitsu here. Alright, let's risk it. Yeah, almost paid off. 6. Indeed. I wasn't really chasing around, though. That was more sort of me just going mad. It wouldn't work except when it does, indeed. As I was always going to try and switch it onto one of the other 2 Dora tiles, probably, but... But again, the Green Dragon wasn't a safe thing for me to get rid of either. It might have encouraged somebody to have a go. As Dragon Dora 3 tends to. Quite so. Right, let's get rid of the 1 here. I've got 3 pairs of 8s plus that. I could always drop this over to a Toy hand. At least if I really wanted to push things. Yeah, we'll get rid of 9s here. Because I've now got the Ipeco draw on. I'm still 2 away from Tenpai, even with that drawn in though, so maybe not. How's East looking? East is alive. We'll hold off. I'm leading, so I don't need to push this, and it's likely somebody's got some of them. Whether they've got a pair or a triplet is another thing. In some rule sets, it's the only way you can win a Sukansu. Because in some rule sets, the 4th card ends the game, even if it's by the same player, but you do get the opportunity to draw it. I think, though, the rule set as written, it's something like you play the 4... If all 4 cards are made by the same player, you can continue on, and should continue on. Yeah, I'll get rid of the 8 here. I'm kind of folding this at this point. Well, we'll see. I'm slightly disappointed that having gone for 2 cards, I didn't get the 3rd because Sankansu would have just been awesome. It would have been the culmination of one of the few Yaku I've yet to pick up in actual gameplay that aren't Yakuman, of course. If a 5's been played, I can play another 5. Which Debbie calls.
Dong.
Absolute rage, sir. Absolute rage. I haven't even said that yet today. Fair enough. Okay, I think I've set a precedent for this game, which I don't particularly like. There's a lot of heavy aggression going on. We're rid of the 5 now because the one's been played over there. Possible Ipeco going on. Still a way away here, and I've got to be slightly wary about Mr. JPB at the moment. Again, East live currently, so we'll wait. Okay, that's not too bad. So if I draw a 6, I'm two away from Ipeiko waiting on the east, which would probably be the best way I can get to Tenpai and be safe about it. Although that kind of works as 2, and I guess. Yeah, we'll go with that. Still 2 away, but there's been a few more options I can play around with. Alright, how's that 6 looking? Dodgy.
Boom.
Oh god. Okay, fine. More dodgy tiles. More dodgy tiles. Still got this live east I'm worrying about at the moment. 4. 4 doesn't really help or hinder me, really, so I'm going to get rid of my 5 there. Here's a 147 in the Mansu tiles, which would be a nice vein to be waiting on a bit later. If I draw a 6, that puts me into Pinfu. For not a lot else, though. Alright, 3-6 Pinfu, but not a lot else, and there we go. Deal. It was for Tenpai, but arguably I didn't need to do that. And that will put me into 2nd, I believe. No, I'm in the lead, just marginal. Justification there, kind of a bit thin on the ground. Arguably, somebody was going to be waiting on that regardless, so... And somebody's trying to be quick against me. I do need this win, though. I need to stay top of the table, so I need this win. For honor, for glory, for moonbeams, for cake, I must win. Quite so. Oh, wait, no, I am in 2nd. Okay, that's true. Fair enough, fair enough. I misread that. I know it was close, but... White Dragon, then. Going very aggressive. East has been played, so that's okay.
Each.
Okay, so how to play against that? I think we'll play south.
Sumo.
That's sumo. Well, I'm dealer. Oh, what the heck is that? It stops a Hanneman just, but... Ichibatsu Sumo Fordora. Yeah, that hurt. I'm not gonna lie. That hurt. Oh, I think he's gonna jump up places in the leaderboard the way this is going. I demand to know who you are, sir. So game time for me. I'm not too far behind, and it's still only the East round, so I'm getting another dealer turn at some point here. But yeah, that was potentially a monster. He was only 1 away from turning that to a Baiman, which would have been horrific for me as dealer. Well, not really. It made it from a 6-Han to a 7-Han hand ultimately, but so it didn't actually make a difference in terms of score. It meant that one Urider would have got into Baiman, but we shall see. Yeah, it was going to be Hanneman regardless of whether it was Ipatsu or not. Well, actually, it wasn't necessarily if he'd have... Because he sumoed, that's obviously Riichi Sumo Fordora. So, Riichi Sumo Fordora. It would have been Mongan had anyone have dealt into it, but... At least after the Ipatsu, I suppose. Alright, see what I can do to fix this. Red 5 here will give me double Dora. Well, we'll see. I just need a 5 to start with, actually. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 2, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, and then... I know I should have said all numbers in sequence, but, you know.
Chi.
Especially midnight. Okay, so I imagine Jasper's and Tenpai from that. Probably the last risky tile I can afford to play at this point. And I draw a risky tile. Must win or we dishonor our families, indeed. I don't know whether James will care about the dishonor in all fairness, but, you know, dishonor the family. Okay, number 2. I don't think, though... Oh, yeah, definitely. More Han, the better. Without a doubt. But, of course, there are limits to how much it works. It would explain a lot. But no, I still don't know who this person is. It must be in the chat, because obviously they joined the game. But either that or he's on my Patreon thing, in which case he's really good at guessing the timings for the games. 4 can be Mongan, but normally it relies on you having a triplet. I want to get rid of the 4s. So I shall get rid of the 4s. Yeah, it is possible for a free Han Mongan as well, yeah. But that usually requires trickery of Khans to get 70 Han in one go. Uh, 6 or 7 is Hanneman. 8 would be a Baiman. At 11 you hit Sam Baiman, and at 13 you hit Yakman. Could go aggressive on this one, but I think I'm going to hold off. It's not really worth all that many points to me right now. Definitely dodgy this late in the game, but one was just played. Okay, I'm 1 away from Tenpai for this. I can call the 8. No, I can't. I need to draw the 5 and clear that 8 off. That's the only way to do it. At least the easiest way to do it. I don't see the list of who's in the chat. That's the thing. Oh. Now, 7 I know is safe to my left, but I don't know if that's safe anywhere else. That was dodgy. Oh, a Tenpai. Dare I?
Riichi.
Screw it. Three-sided Tenpai. Late game. 258. Are there any even winners left? I don't know. Don't care. Gonna go for it anyway. Didn't care. If I got them to fall in that was worth it for me. Okay, Debbie remains dealer. I mean, I'd like to know just so I could actually send them. Yeah, I know. It really had no winners, but or at least not very many left. But I figured, you know what, if it threw people off, then fine. There has to be a reason why someone would go for it. Was it four-sided? I missed that. Okay, I'll check that back again in a moment, but I missed that side of it. Still, it was worth it. It was enough to go. No, actually, I had a triplet V8, so a 9 probably would have won that as well. As I'll look back and work that out later. Let's say heat of the moment. I hit Tenpai. I had multi-sided weight. Why not have a go? And if it did scare these two off, then awesome. Huzzah for a 5-sided weight I did not even recognize. I say I can't remember exactly what I had there. 4-sided to 5-man. Oh, I missed the 5-man as well. But yeah, it would have been.
Chi.
I wonder if Jesper's going off the rails slightly. I have an interesting hand developing here. Will I be fast enough to get there? That's the reason I played the one earlier. If I were to draw a 7 and then pair up either of these, I'd be in Tenpai for Ryan Peiko. Which, you know, is another one of those Yaku, which I have got before in games, but I've never actually crossed it off on Tenhou, I don't think. Actually, I might have done. Don't know, I wish I could remember all of these. There's been a lot of games. Have I got a Ryan Peiko on this before? No idea. Tanya Ryan Peiko with an extra Dora would definitely be good enough right now. Especially against what's happening over there. Gonna go middle tile. In fairness, I'm on a real life table. I've got slightly more time to think about things. So I actually kind of do. With chat and trying to concentrate on commentating and also reviewing things, I kind of miss things a lot. It's a fault of mine, unfortunately. So 147. 147 for the Tenpai. Yeah, that will do.
Each.
Let's be threatening here. So 147 Tenpai. 7 obviously gets me Ipeiko. 4-7 obviously gets me Tanyo.
Dong.
Oh, Debbie just snipes the win from me. And steals 1,000 points while she's at it, because why not? Sniped. I had a 3-sided weight. You never know. I could fire him off with that. He probably wouldn't have gone for a Mungan in fairness, but either way, both of us were sniped then. Don't understand the pushing. I am not that good at this game. Nah, in truth, I hadn't clocked that, which is bad of me, really. Again, I blame tiredness a lot, but it's a bad excuse, and we all know it. Sun's been recently fresh this round, actually. Debbie will push regardless. And yeah, that was actually quite a good attack for her in a lot of ways, but Debbie will snipe. In the meantime, though, I'm still 16,000 points behind the leader, and it's fairly even for the sort of last place avoidance. At least it isn't even now. Might as well get a potential Ryan Pico before that all blew up. Yeah, should be. But you know what? Sometimes you can just beat that thick quicker if you're good. And if you can fold while holding a Tenpai, then that is clearly what you need to do. Yeah, he's in the hole again. I need a 5 dot for Tenpai. Oh, 5 dot, 8 dots. 5 maybe will do it as well, though it won't be as much at this stage. 4 man. Still need this down 5 dot to pay off.
Boom.
Okay, there's the attack. There's me kind of thinking.
Riichi.
And there's what we didn't want to see, but I have a safe tile that I do want to cut for Tenpai. I also have to use Ciles, which will... Whoa. Okay, Pursuit Reach. It's all fun and games now, isn't it? It's all fun and games.
Dong.
Okay, so the dealer rampage is beginning. Wow. Okay, dealer rampage is beginning. Yeah. Door free. Ooh, that was good. That was a Hanneman dealer. 18,000 points. And you're still dealer. Third repeat we're on now. That'll do. And that's why you occasionally reach, because occasionally you will hit those free Uridura, and occasionally you will just skyrocket. I would emphasize now, Debbie, if you're listening, now you want to play safe. Okay, so we hit the 1, 2, 3. I've got a potential. Oh no, I don't, because I got the pair of 6s, obviously. But I'm 1 for Tenpai at this stage. Either East for a Riichi Peiko, or probably Silent Peiko if I want to get the East right now. If I draw number 2, I might even push Ryan Peiko here. Chanto, Ryan Peiko, Reach. Thought I'd suggest it. I think it's a normalish plan from this sort of position. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I don't agree with it, but I'm going to do that anyway.
Each.
Yeah, so that's safety out the window. Yeah, sounds like a good idea, of course, but... Okay, darn it, I'm actually at the Ryan Peiko stage. If I draw that 1 now, I'm going to... Oh, Riichi passes Sumo, right. We're on Dealer Rampage. This is win number 4. She's hit... Oh, dear God, what has she hit? Okay, she was 1 away from Riichi passes Sumo, Tenhou, Pinfu, Dora. No Dora, actually. Wow, okay. So that's 60,000 points. Nobody's at any point... Okay. We got some problems developing now, I feel. You killed my potential chance of Ryan Peiko, though. My chance of Ryan Peiko was still 2 away, but, you know.
Boom.
It's looking like it, but we're still only halfway through the game yet. Does mean, though, that we're going to have to start going for some bigger hands. Oh, well, Mambazor. Yeah.
Chi.
So, you know, that was a huge hand I had, but didn't pay off, so we can't accept it. So how best to turn this into a counter hand? Honestly, I'm thinking Chinitsu, Dora free is probably my best bet coming back into this game with this particular hand. Other than that, fight off and try and stay ahead of the other 2. Now, Jesper is calling like mad here, was he's just desperately trying to claw his way up back into there. No, stay in Debbie's corner, honestly. Stay there.
Chi.
Yeah, so this is a quick dragon call just to get dealer turn off of it. This is definitely what we call cheap. Debbie reaches now, I'm just gonna... that's just it at that point. 2 dealer Hannemans in succession is fairly decisive in most games.
Boom.
Okay, what another Ipeco building. Still need the 6 dot really to get anything out of this.
Boom.
Okay, Toy Toy up top. Possible Honitsu. Get rid of that. This hand's not exactly terrible at this point, so...
Chi.
Do I dare risk the Chinitsu right now? Here's my problem. The Chinitsu is on. It could definitely work. but we've got a naked weight on the left. I've got so many dot tiles to get rid of, which is risky. And it could be anything. Indeed, he does have his dragon, and he did mention one Han.
Each.
Push it. 9-6. Reach against the naked weight.
Kang.
With bonus count. Darn it, didn't give me triples. But just made my day had I got triple Kana for that. There's still a chance I can get some triple Dora here. Nine six man. No. 9-6 man. No. 9-6. Come on. 9-6 man. The counter attack.
Sumo.
Oh, god darn you. Sumo. And that looks like a relatively cheap hand, but enough to push you into third place. Second place, rather. And to kick Debbie off of the dealer turn. I have a feeling I am no longer going to be top of the table after this one. I had that feeling before, actually, when I lost the first game. But, you know, now I definitely have that feeling. I want to do a lot in this game to get back to a 0-0 score. Also, I kind of needed that win. I imagine Jesper needed it as well, in all fairness, but, you know. Right, we'll get rid of the 8 there.
Chi.
Which Debbie calls. So we know which route she's taking. Drop 7, drop the 3.
Home.
Possible Chinitsu.
Home.
Triple Dora. Okay, now we got some interesting things happening. Let's quickly change this to Tenhou. Because I'm only one tile away from getting the Tenhou Tenpai.
Chi.
This game has just gone mad. Ron?
Chi.
Nope.
Chi.
I'm holding this off. There is doubt, but I'm not doing it. This would just be complete and total madness.
Home.
Complete and total madness. If I draw the 6 now, it's happening, though. If I draw the 5, it's actually happening. If I draw another 5 bamboo here. Right, I promised it was happening.
Kang. Home.
Oh, dear God, what have I done? Look at what I've done. What have I done with this? What have I done? This is just a lobby against friends, but we do have a sort of internal table. And ranking system among the people who play in the chat, so... But yeah, I just gave this person on my left 7 Dora. 7. 7. This is definitely his moment. Do I want to go 8-5 or do I want to stick with this? I think I need to stick with this. This game has had its moments, I'll be honest.
Kang.
Oh, it's got even more moments, but thankfully that does not give you any more Khan, does it? Maybe it does. Who knows? This is just so silly. Oh, I imagine we're all in Tenpai. There's a 4-player Tenpai going on. This is just... No. Mine!
Dong.
Oh, darn it, he got it as well. I think Debbie might have lost the lead with this. Well, actually, my value is basically none, but... As I say, I think somebody was slightly better off than me there. Somebody was slightly better off there. You're a 7. That's my fault, I know. So I'm in last place of my own accord. South 2. Oh boy. And this is why I don't listen to you when you say card a lot, I'll be honest. Because this happens. The good news is Debbie's in range again. Well, I won a hand, and Jesper won a monster. If I had any kind of decent hand, that would have been worth carning for. But I can't and got 1,300 points. By all imaginable records, that was the worst play of my life. Even though I won. Oh, jeez. But what more have we got? What more is in this game? Well, I want 5 pairs right now. I wish one of them was my Dora, but you know. Well, it probably wasn't in fairness. It feels like it because it just gave so many points to my rival and I got nothing. I got screwed on that deal. I got massively and royally screwed on that deal.
Each.
And are we still attacking? What have I got to get around there? I can always reach to 6. And to say I'm kind of... Oh, darn it, let's be for a 10. So, I'm going to have to play that and risk it. Okay, 2 or 7, 2 or 7, 2 or 7, 2 or 7, 2 or 7. 2 is probably safer. I should probably reach anyway. I'm in last place. What have I got to lose here?
Each.
Well, if I'd have gone the other way around, I've had the Ipatsu Sumo, so let's just... Last place reach. Oh, counter reach. 7. No. Well, if Jesper reaches, I think that's a draw.
Sumo.
I was hoping for Sumo and Duradura, which is a lot to hope for, but that is going to be game-busting for me, I think, at this point. Right, my only chance of getting out of last place is a Dealer Rampage a bit here. I do have 2 Dora, though. Probably, but... Okay, so it's really tight for second. It's really tight for the lead now. Right. I've got to go Dora free if it comes up now. That's okay. Yeah. I mean, in fairness, the game had already finished by the time we got to that stage, but we are kind of now, we are live and we are playing, so. Attempt at no spoilers. After game analysis is perfectly fine, but mid game we would prefer if you just comment on stuff that's happened or happening rather than speculation about other people's hands. Though, of course, this goes out the window when I make my possible Itsu. Which, for a time, was the only Yaku I ever went for. No, yeah. I need to win this, but... the wrong 7, invariably. I know I'm going to be calling, so I'm happy to get rid of a 9, just to try and secure my... Try and secure my Yakis a little bit. Okay, White Dragon over. South hasn't been played either, so somebody probably wants it, annoyingly. It's getting to crunch time, definitely, but I'm the one who needs the rampage right now. What I suppose is quite bad about things. I don't know, it's going to get called now. Oh, it didn't, actually. Which is intriguing. Actually, I could still stretch this to Pinfu, which would be fine. Pinfu 2 Dora.
3
Dora, actually, because of the red 5. At this stage, I need something.
Each.
I did not need that. Not right now. Take the plunge. We take the plunge.
Gee.
If 8 passes, I'm free. Okay. Tenhou, Dora Dora.
Chi.
And it's very possible I can deal into death here. There's the first 4 I needed. Come on, another 4. Play another safe tile. Darn it. Could have been a nice place for you to put a safe tile. East can go. If I call the 8, or either the 8 or the 6, I can go for the 4 side, for the 4 only. Come on, just play the 4. No. Play the 4. No. Right, I'll play that because that opens up possibilities of other things, I suppose.
Dong.
Darn it! Single weight on the 8. That's annoying, and that puts you massively in the lead, and that's killed my last probable chance at this game. So now, the only question is, can I finish above anybody else to just mitigate my loss somewhat here? What I need is something ridiculous. This does not currently qualify as something ridiculous. That's moving away from something ridiculous right now. 30,000 point difference. Turn both the 1s and the 7s into Khans and hope it continues the way it started. Unfortunately, I've already given up on one of those. All 1s and 9s? I forget the name of that Yaku, but that's one that's potentially a winning thing here.
Chi.
I'm kind of joking, but I honestly have nothing here.
Home.
I have nothing, so we're going to play this big. We are going for a Yakuman here. An absolute impossible Yakuman. I need 6 Ciles to get this far, but it is my only shot at winning from this point. I need so many good draws. So many good draws to make this work.
Kang.
That, sir, is annoying, sir. Alright, see you, Rise. Also, hi, Christy.
Chi.
Ching indeed. You got a shot at coming back at this. My shot is going to require a considerable amount more ridiculousness. Also, all like ones are disappearing.
Home.
And yes, Draconis is happy because he gets his Khans that are played. Okay, we're narrowing this down.
Home.
We are gunning for this Yakuban. Hatsukan Dora 4, indeed. But... oh, Dora 5. Yeah, indeed, it is Dora 5. He has 5 showing. I've not entirely given up on this, but only because necessity demands I at least make an attempt. I've chosen my plan. I am not deviating from this course. If I deal in, fine. I've lost one of them out. I'm going to need to draw 9 bamboos and more 9 dots. Only way I can make this work now. If I call both of those, gets me 2 closer. Got to draw the last 9, which is going to have to be my pair now.
Dong.
There we go. It's fine. I had no choice. I had to go for something. That is 1,000 sentient points, and I get a negative 40. But we attempted it. The Yakuman that was never going to happen. Game over. Alright guys, I'm going to call that a stream there. Thanks for joining me as always. We will definitely be doing this again next month. Also, during the intervening weeks, Friday I'm probably going to do more than that. It's the first time I've finished last at my own table, I'll be honest. No, it's whoever JPB is, but you know, we don't know who that person is. Nah, it happens occasionally. The important thing is to play it strong, and I think the problem you had was that you didn't play safe once you got that big lead, and that's the difference. The Chimbroto attempt. I mean, honestly, what else was I going to do? It was the only Yakuba I had on at all, in any way, shape, or form. And ultimately, I missed the first call for it. Oh, dear. You could have won that. That was definitely within your sphere of influence to win that. You and Debbie could have competed for that one, but... anyway, it started crazy, it continued crazy, it was a good game. I'll catch everybody later. And I will update the scoreboard accordingly, because I have an odd feeling that Mr. Viking is now top.